Hello, this is Callie Raspisi, the Collections Manager here at the Bennington Museum, welcoming you back to Tours at 10. And today we are talking about one of my favorite crazy quilts in the Bennington Museum's collection. Now, crazy quilts get their name not just because of their wild, abstract shapes and colors, but also because this design was inspired by Asian ceramics and the hairline cracks, the crazed pattern that you often see on old ceramics. So if you look closely at this one, it has all these beautiful detailed embroidery and rich colors. And this is something that was inspired by Japanese and Asian aesthetics. The Victorians in the late 1800s were really interested in Asia and Japanese and Chinese artistic motifs. So they used a lot of very interesting colors. They have a lot of naturalistic embroidery. This has a butterfly, there are flowers. There's a lot of very different designs that are going on here. And the earlier quilts, the patchwork quilts that had been popular with their mothers and grandmothers, are all very ordered and had very symmetric set patterns. And Victorian women decided that they were tired of that, so they wanted something more asymmetric, a little bit more random, and so the crazy quilt became very popular. And they usually have a lot of very different colors and very different designs, and this one in particular has really beautiful embroidered designs as well. And if you look closely at the different blocks, there are many different patterns of embroidery on here. Now this quilt was made by Caroline Fisk Wilcox from Bennington, Vermont. She married a doctor here in Bennington, and she was obviously quite well-to-do and had a lot of free time and was able to create this beautiful quilt. And she was also clearly very talented. One of the interesting mysteries about this quilt is that we don't know exactly who it was made for. It has an embroidered block here in the middle marked MCF 1884. And yes, it was made in 1884, but we don't know who MCF is. There is no one with those initials in her family. Often quilts like this would be made by elderly women for young men who are getting up and leaving home. And it's possible that this quilt was made for someone in that situation, but it was inherited by one of her daughters. Her daughter's name was Susan, not MCF. So MCF might have been a child who died very young. It might have been intended for somebody other than the woman who eventually inherited it. We don't know. But it is wonderful, and one of the extra great things about this quilt is that it also has this beautiful handmade lace border around it. And well, the lace and the embroidery and the colors, everything really come together to make this one of the nicest crazy quilts in our collection. And we do have quite a few crazy quilts in the collection. So hopefully you can come in and see this. This is going to be on view here at the museum for the next 2 months. So hopefully you get a chance to come in and see it.